intensity in that one may have been most of all 21 games this year. That was an intense hockey game.
Yeah, I think both teams were coming off games that they didn't really probably feel very good about themselves. You know, I mean, Philly, the 8-7 loss, and us 5-0 loss. So I think two very proud teams wanted to, you know, get back and show that they could play.
How did you characterize this game? Just the first period and a half, it seemed like you guys were in control, and then kind of got away from you a little bit, but then you obviously made the comeback.
Well, it didn't get away from us. We took four penalties in the second period. And when you take 4 penalties against a good team with a great power play, it's going to bite you in the butt, you know. I mean, I think the refs had too much control over the game today. I think they had, what, 8 power plays? We had 6 or 7 or something. They had 9. You know, I mean, when you're 18 minutes shorthanded, and on a lot of them, rinky-dink little calls, but once you start doing that, you have to continue doing that, or so it was a tough game. That's, you know, if there wasn't very many penalties, it probably would have been a 2-1 game, because that's the way it was, you know, started out to be.
A bit of an undisciplined game for Simon, sort of a throwback to some of the seasons past. Is that just
He didn't have a very good game. You know, I mean, he's had a lot of great games for us this year. Today wasn't one of them.
Fair scores, it's tied at 4, I guess, at that point. You had to feel like you guys had momentum, and in those situations you guys have usually kind of built on that next goal.
Yeah, but you're killing penalties again. You know, you don't have a chance. I mean, you have the overtime, and I think both teams were happy to get to overtime. And then the last 2 minutes, you're playing 4-on-3. Not really a lot of chance to go offensively. At that point, you're just hoping to get it to a shootout.
They didn't score until the third, but they moved the puck really well and seemed like they were creating chances and pinning Philly in.
I thought all game we had good chances. I mean, I was a little worried after the first period when it was only 1-0, because we didn't get rewarded for having, I think, 3 2-on-1s, 2 breakaways. You know, I mean, those are the kind of times you put teams away, and when you don't, you let them hang around. Something usually negatively happens. But it was, I think, good character, and that when things don't go well for you and the other team takes the lead, and when Carter got the goal, that to make it 3-1, that we just didn't fold the tent, and even though it was power plays, you knew that you were going to get some the way the game was going.
Last handful of games, you guys have only had a couple power plays a game and only had to kill maybe 3 or 4 penalties. Playing second and back-to-back, is it hard to play such a special teams heavy game?
Well, it is, because I mean, guys are getting, you know, guys are sitting on the bench that would normally be playing, and guys that are killing penalties, they're getting fatigued, where you can't score goals when you're done with that, because you're too busy, working hard to defend.
It seemed like John Carlson was all over the ice tonight. How would you critique his play?
Yeah, I thought, you know, he was playing to win. You know, he was up the ice. He played hard. He competed. That's, you know, John Carlson is a great competitor, and that's, you could tell tonight he really wanted to win the game.
How about the way Marcus Johansson played tonight, Coach?
Really good. I thought that was Marcus's best game.
You mentioned not having Mike in the goal and looking for other top 6 wingers. Is it like Fleischman, Fair, Chimera, all playing pretty well?
Well, I mean, I sort of challenged a couple of them that this is their time. I mean, they've been, you know, I mean, so we talk about, you know, with our team, some guys don't get as much ice time as maybe if they were on another team. But now that Mike's out, there's 18 minutes to 19 minutes a game somebody's able to take. And I thought Eric and Fleisch and Chimmer all stepped up to the plate and played a really good game today.
Chimmer's had a stretch of good games. Is there anything you can attribute it to, or anything that's sent people off?
I don't know. I mean, he's always been a guy, when you look at his speed, you think that his numbers should be better at the end of the year because he's so fast, but they never have been. Maybe he just believes in himself a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's the line mates. But whatever it is, you know, whatever Kool-Aid he's drinking, I want him to continue doing it.
Bruce, sorry if it's a bit nasty, right? But the penalties in their zone when you're on the attack, is this a byproduct of just your style, or is there
something?
Yeah, that's our style. We want to take offensive zone penalties. No, it's lazy penalties. You know, I mean, the salmon trip, lazy penalty. I don't know what other ones off the top of my head were offensive zone penalties, but I mean, pardon me?
I think as a pick there in overtime.
Yeah, that was pretty, you know, it's a pretty dicey call. I mean, it's, you know, they had, it's the same as fares boarding. You know, it's not too often you get boarding when the guy's facing you. So, I mean, there was some iffy calls out there at best, but you don't like as a team to take an offensive zone penalty. I don't think that's in our game plan.
Silver lining, coach, though, is it too early to talk about? I mean, you came in, the road team was better rested than you guys.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you get a point. You know, I mean, it's not death. I mean, just telling somebody it's our worst week of the season and it's 500. You know, I mean, one regulation loss in the last 12. Let's not, you know, sing taps on us yet here or something. You know, I mean, I thought we fought hard right to the end. There's a lot of teams that would have said it's not going our way. They were hitting crossbars and posts and everything, and let's just get out of here and take a day off and regroup for next week. But this group stayed with it and always believed that they could come back. And I mean, I think with the ability to score that we have, that there's always that chance.